All right, Kyle.
The meeting tonight is for conduct of town business by the town board. The public is invited to participate at the items marked on the agenda, public comment. During that segment of the meeting, if you have a question or comment for the supervisor, please raise your hand and wait to be acknowledged. Please state your full name and limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation.
All right, please rise for the pledge, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remain standing for a moment of silence for all those men and women who sacrificed their lives to give us the opportunity to serve our country and our town. Thank you. And on that note, let's not forget tomorrow's Veterans Day. And I know, Tom, 11 o'clock tomorrow will be at the monument in front of the middle school. If anybody would like to participate or at least listen, Tom and the Legion do a great job. And then after, you could have a little light lunch back at the Legion Hall if you want to stick around. But it is going to be cold, so dress warm. So we've had a couple nice ones, Tom, but this one's going to be cold. So tonight we have a public hearing to start the meeting, and this is on the local law of the year 2025, amending Section 137, tax exempt from the senior citizens of the Code of the Town of Marlborough. And if you don't remember, that is what we're talking about here is the senior exemption. We're updating the limits that haven't been updated since 1994. What we are proposing is to match the limits that the school district uses and the county uses. They're the exact same numbers. So we've been behind the ball on this. You could see that these numbers are very low to begin with. So the maximum at the bottom is 37, and the lowest is 29,000 or less. Believe it or not, currently at the $21,000 level, we actually have 29 residents that actually do get this 50% discount currently. We have 32, I believe, altogether that get some type of discount. So currently the school district and the county using their limits have about 55 residents. So that's a difference of 23 people that we assume will pick up on this discounted assessed value. It could be more, it could be less. Just so everybody understands, the seniors, every year that they apply for an exemption, they have to come in and prove their income. And that's because seniors' income can change from year to year based on investments, based on Social Security went up, multiple factors that could affect their income from year to year. So I don't know if anybody in the public have a public comment on this. I'd be happy to take a question, but you could see we're not making drastic changes. Does anybody on the board have any questions? This is a pretty, I think, a simple request. So if we don't have any questions, and I will ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for tax exemptions for the senior citizens.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Thank you. And again, this is the first meeting of the month, so here we are, and I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. I need a motion to approve the minutes from the October 27th, 2025 Town Board meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the October 27th, 2025 Town Board meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the October 27th, 2025 public hearing on the preliminary budget.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from the October 27th public hearing on the preliminary budget.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the September 8th through the October 27th, 2025 public hearing amending the various provisions of Chapter 125 zoning for detached accessory dwelling units on single-family properties.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from September 8th through October 27th, 2025 public hearing amending the various provision of Chapter 155 zoning for detached accessory dwelling units on single-family properties.
Need a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Authorize the payment of bills in the amount of $492,880.86. I need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make the motion to pay the bills.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Anybody have any comments specifically on the agenda tonight? Okay, anybody have any on the board, have any questions on the reports of course, now I hit disconnect, that's the smart, on the actual reports? Oh, man. Why can't I ever get through this without having a problem?
I think we need an IT report at our next meeting.
What's that?
I think we need an IT report at our next meeting.
Yeah. Well, I take the moment to say congratulations to everybody up on the board. We're still going to keep our board intact. I want to thank everybody that participated in our election process, which I think went fairly well. I want to thank Legislator Corcoran for his 6 years of service to the town of Marlborough. Like I said, in my social media, I know he'll continue to keep serving our community. I also want to congratulate Laura Donovan, who's the county legislator exec, going to come in, 2 months, Laura? So I had a nice meeting with Laura today for about an hour or so. I probably kept her here longer than she probably wanted to because I like to talk. But there's a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things that Marlborough need, and I'm sure Laura will do a good job getting Marlborough what we need. So, like I always say, all of us up here are willing to work with everybody that's going to help the community, and we actually mean it, like I told you today. So, congratulations, and let's just, like we said, elections are over, so now we're going to get back to work and continue building on our progress that we've been working on for the last few years, and I just want to thank everybody for participating. So thank you. And since we don't have anybody wanting to talk about department board reports.
I don't have a question, but I
Unless you have
think
a
we
question.
should, no, I don't have a question, and I know John's not here, but I think we should just maybe point out all the progress that they made
Oh,
on the
yeah.
pickleball courts in the last few weeks.
Absolutely. So yeah, if everybody hasn't seen in the park, John was able to pull some strings with some of our blacktop vendors and things of that nature because it was getting close. But he was able to get, the main thing was he was able to get the contractor for the fencing company to put the post in, which enabled us to get the blacktop done, the seal coat done, and the painting done. So for the most part, the pickleball court is complete. I don't have that here, but the fencing, the wire fencing that's got to go around it is the last thing that has to be done in the gates. So, I want to thank John and the guys for really pushing to get that done. They did a lot of work in a short period of time. And on top of that, in the middle of that, they redid Mary Beth's garage that was donated to the town. And that came out fantastic too. So, and I think we're filling it up already with the things that we need to store there. So, again, yeah, we can never thank these guys enough. And I've been there the last couple days, Friday and then today. They're getting ready for the snow. And I know we don't want to talk about snow and ice, but it's coming. So they're preparing for that. So, they'll be out there doing what they do best. So, yes, thank you. Okay. So tonight we have a special presentation, right? So Tom Schroeder, but Arnold Restivio, is that how you say your last name? Restivo is here, who's been helping out Tom, because you haven't heard, this is our 250th year as Americans, right? So we're going to be celebrating probably across the country, many different celebrations, but what better group than the Historical Society to lead the charge on this? And we asked them to come for a presentation. I know myself and Dave and Arlette was there, and a lot of other people within the town came to the Historical Society meeting this past week, and we went over this, and I asked them to come tonight and give a little quick presentation if they didn't mind. So thank you for coming tonight.
So hello, everybody. Tom Schroeder, I'm the town historian. I'm also the president of the Historical Society, and I have my buddy here, Arnold Restivo. He's with a Fishkill Historical Society, and I asked him to help me out with this effort. 50 years ago, this booklet was produced about the 200-year celebration. So that was 1976. I'm 77, so that's why 50. I was 27 at the time. Even though it's only 50 years, you have to think we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have personal computers, we didn't have internet. And now we even have the internet on the cell phones. So a lot of things have changed as we've modernized. And so I'm going to turn it over to Arnold right now, and he's going to lay out what we're going to do to celebrate 250-year anniversary of our country, July 4th, 2026.
I don't feel so old now because I was in high school in 1976. So we're calling out to all of the Marlborough residents, proud Marlborough residents, and future historians to join us, because we really have 6 major events we want to do within the town. The first one was to have around the July 4th holiday, to have banners and flags displayed in front of the homes and businesses in the villages of Marlborough, Milton, and Latintown, to really show respect and patriotism, just as we did in the early 1900s, featuring really simple kind of patriotic designs to reflect our values and spirit. We are going to hold also a cemetery crawl. We have 4 historical cemeteries here within the town, and there's quite some very predominant and important people that are interned there. We also, one of the members had suggested placing a heritage time capsule in a historic location within the township, and that will work with the town on doing that. We also, another thing is to hold a tour for locally historically significant homes. And with that tour, it's going to be some in-person and some will be self-tours. We're going to have QR codes so people can walk up and listen and hear about the history of the building and what role it played during Marlborough's history. And that could be, we're going to work in conjunction with the Marlborough Recreation Department on that. We are also going to work with the town supervisor to coordinate our celebrations and events before and up to and just after the 4th of July with the ship tours that come to the Milton Dock. And of course, lastly, we do want to hold an event, which a date still to be determined, is the Memories of Marlborough. And since the founding of our country, and really celebrate what our community has brought to Ulster County and to the Hudson Valley. And we're always looking for members if anyone wants to join to come see us. And the flyers we put out is a way to get a hold of Tom or myself. If anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to ask.
Any questions?
No? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you both for stepping up and taking on this task. It's a big task. I would suggest anybody that would want to volunteer their time or services to reach out to Tom or Arnold. We'll put something on our website that you could reach them at. We'll put it on our social media page where you could reach them at. But anybody that's volunteered for anything knows that it takes a lot of people to pull a lot of these events off, and it takes maybe some money. So I'm sure the Historical Society might be looking for some donations somewhere, right, Arnold and Tom? You know, that could be your contribution to the 250th. But, you know, it's a great celebration, and we're happy to help out in any way. So thank you so much. Okay, so old business. Anybody got any old business that they want to bring up? Anybody up here on the board? Okay, so new business. So every 6 years, we have an agreement that we have to sign with Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency. For the most part, it's a boilerplate agreement. This year is no different. It says, again, it's got a 6-year agreement. It states the tipping fees that are associated with it. They are set every year by the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency. There's only two options here. Either we opt in or we don't do it at all, right? If everybody doesn't understand every single type of, thanks guys. Every time you dispose of garbage within the county, it has to go through Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency. We are no different. So anything that comes to our transfer station has to be put into containers. Those containers are then transferred up to the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency, and that's where the tipping fees come in. The tipping fees are what it costs to ship those containers back and forth. There's also, once in a while, they get new containers, and we have to pay for those containers. That's in the contractual agreement. So I have to get permission from the board to sign this agreement, and that's what I'm asking the board tonight. So does anybody on the board have any objections from me doing that, I guess, or questions about that?
No, sorry, I'm off. No objections from me. I understand that this is not exactly something that we have a whole lot of choice in.
Well, we could say we're not going to do it, and that means we'd have to close the transfer station.
Yeah, and that's not a decision I think we're looking to make, so.
So yeah, that's the alternative. So, anybody else?
No
Any
objections.
questions? I mean, so if there's no objections, I will, I just need a motion to give me permission to sign the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency agreement.
I'll make the motion for you to sign the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency agreement.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Thank you. All right, correspondence. So I got another one from the Marlborough Free Library, strives to provide information and opportunities for lifelong learning. The library is currently under construction again and has eliminated access to our community room and therefore eliminating programs on our site. To continue to provide our patrons vital services, we actively seek and safe community spaces. In light of this, the Marlborough Free Library respectfully requests the free use of the Milton train station, November 19th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. to host the Marlborough Free Library Adult Book Club. We greatly appreciate your consideration and helping us continue to serve our public. And that's from Tessa DeBella. So they're looking for November 19th at the train station, 6 to 8 for Adult Book Club. So I just need a motion to waive the fees.
I'll make the motion to waive the fees for the Marlborough Free Library on November 19th to use the train station for the Adult Book Club.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Okay, this one is from Quality Bus. So this one I really, let's have a discussion about it. So my name is Stephanie. I'm the dispatcher at Quality Bus Transporting from the Marlborough School District. We would like to inquire about the community center for our beginning of the year refresher with one day in August for about 4 hours. We also are looking into seeing if we can use the community center possibly once every other month for 2 to 3 hours for a safety refresher. These meetings are important to make sure of our drivers and monitors are up to date with all training and safety protocols in order to make sure of the students and families of Marlborough School District are safe for the school. I know that there is an option of a nonprofit time for your approval. If you can give us a quote, just let us know in time. These meetings would be during the regular business hours, not to disrupt any weekend or night reservations. Thank you for your consideration and time. Hope to hear from you soon. That's Stephanie Bonds, and she must be the head dispatcher at Quality Bus. So I told her that I would have a discussion with the board on this because technically Quality Bus is not a non-for-profit. We do have hourly rates, but as
It is or it isn't?
it is not it's a profit company, right? It's not a non-for-profit.
It's non-for-profit.
But as Sherida mentioned to me before the meeting, I think she has a good point that it is an entity that takes our kids to and from school. So it does, again, I have to have this discussion, we have to have this discussion what we want to do because it's not technically a non-for-profit. So,
Yeah. I mean, my opinion on this, and you guys can feel free to disagree, but it's not a not-for-profit. However, it is an organization that is funded by all of our residents' school taxes. So I would be willing, and obviously it's extremely important that the children in the town are safe as they're being transported to school. We also know that we've had numerous discussions about the traffic on 9W that backs up because parents drive their kids instead of putting them on the bus. So I think anything that we can do to contribute to the bus company and getting more kids safely transported on the buses benefits everybody in the town. So I would be in favor of waiving the fees for this on those grounds.
Yeah, I can agree too, especially if it talks about safety and educating the people in the community. So I would be in favor of that as well.
Dave, what do you got, Dave?
So I'll add to that. I agree with both. I agree with all of you. It is for the benefit of our children, and I think it's acceptable to waive the fee, but I think we should put a stipulation in there. Not that I think they're going to make a mess, but the community center has to be put back to the cleanliness that it was when they got there. So we'd have to have somebody go down and make sure it's clean before they get there and after they leave. So it's either they clean it or there'll be a fee involved.
That's a good point. That's absolutely something we could tell them. And my deputy supervisor is over there in the corner texting me. I'd call you out there. But he's right. We, in the past, they used to actually provide free of charge for a trade-off of some services if we needed it for other events. And it could be, in this case, for the 250th, if we have a big event and they need to bus people. Or they used to bus for free our students when we had camp. And we used to do some outside events. So maybe there's something we
that'd
could
be
work
great.
out with them
Yeah,
to
if
say,
we
yeah,
could get
you
a
could
camp
use
trip
this.
back.
We
little
could
bit
use
of
the
horse trading.
facilities if you provide some services for. So I could have a conversation with Stephanie on that part of it. But I'm feeling that the board is okay with them using the facility regardless and make sure obviously it's clean.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Dave, because that usually is not the case sometimes.
No, but I think if you could maybe negotiate a camp trip out of it, that would be amazing.
But if we could get something out of it, right?
Yeah.
For the citizens to help. So I will talk to Stephanie tomorrow about that and let them know. So I just need a motion to say that basically what we just said. If we're good with allowing them to use the facility, and I'm going to work on trying to get a free bus service for a event or multiple events if possible.
Okay, so I will make the motion for Quality Bus to be able to use the community center for their safety trainings as requested, and I authorize Supervisor Corcoran to negotiate a potential bus barter swap in
Horse trading.
exchange for that usage.
It's like the old days, right? Need a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. All right, good conversation. All right, so now we are at the point, public comments. Anybody got any public comments tonight? Yeah. Ms. Zambito, what do you got tonight?
Well, since I'm not a department or a board, which I thought I was, I just wanted to talk quickly about, last meeting, I mentioned the Town of Marlborough Recreation Committee was going to be hosting the Grinch movie event on Sunday, December 14th. The movie's going to start at 11 a.m. at the Town of Marlborough Community Center, and the registration is online and it's opened, and I'm going to give Colleen Flynn one of these to maybe put in the paper for us, and if anybody has any questions, It's online and it's open for registration.
Thank you. You're 2 weeks early. But that's okay. Anybody else?
Schedule.
Got public comments? Anybody? All right. So then we're going to go into resolutions. So we had the preliminary public hearing last meeting. We have not changed anything from the preliminary to the final. So what was in the preliminary is the final. Again, the preliminary is on our website, but once we pass this tonight, if we pass this tonight, we will update it with the final budget. But again, it's the exact same budget. So, Resolution 92 to adopt the 2026 final budget. Supervisor Corcoran proposes the following, whereas the Town Board of the Town of Marlborough duly had a public hearing on the 2026 budget on October 27, 2025, and whereas said hearing was duly advertised and held at appointed time and place, and all persons interested in the subject thereof were given the opportunity to be heard, and whereas the Town Board of the Town of Marlborough desires to adopt the 2026 final budget, and now therefore be resolved that the 2026 final budget is hereby adopted and moves for its adoption.
Yes.
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 Yes, thank you. This is Resolution 93, and this is to authorize retention of conflict land use counsel for the Zoning Board of Appeals. Basically, it's a similar resolution as you may have people that were here about, what was it, 2 meetings ago? And this is for, we have to hire, it's basically the same attorney that we hired for someplace upstate, but this one is for the Santini appeal. And I'll give you the reasoning why. The reasoning why is because the attorney that Santini is using has been interviewed by Vanderwater and Vanderwater, which is our attorney, so there's a potential conflict there. So to take that potential conflict out of the equation, we are going to allow this firm to handle the ZBA for that night. And just so everybody knows, the town of Marlborough does not pay for these attorneys. These are paid by the applicant, right? So whenever you go to the planning board or you go to the ZBA board, the applicant pays escrow. Their escrow accounts pay for these attorneys. So again, this is just to take out any conflict of interest within this proceeding.
How did we find this attorney? Scott, we've used them before?
Yeah, it's the same attorneys we hired. We haven't used them before, but it was recommended by our current attorneys, but it's the same ones we hired for the someplace upstate ZBA.
Thank you.
One's right. So whereas the Town Board of the Town of Marlborough, Town Board recognizes the need to provide the Town of Marlborough Zoning Board of Appeals, ZBA, with independent legal counsel in the connection with an appeal pending before the ZBA involving property SBL 102.3-2-15.300. Whereas the Town Board has received an engagement agreement dated September 16th, so that was the one we got prior, right, from this organization, from the law firm of Rodishan, Kale, and I said the same thing last time, Pallaro LLP, by Victor and Pallaro Esquire, to provide legal services for the ZBA and as need basis, including representation and litigation related to decisions on the ZBA, and whereas the Town Board finds it to be the best interest of the town to retain special counsel to advise and represent the ZBA in connection with the matter entitled Appeal from Santini and any related proceedings. Now therefore it be resolved the Town Board of the Town of Marlborough hereby authorize retention, Rodishan, Kale, Pallaro LLP, and set forth engagement and dated September 16, 25 to provide legal service of the Town of Marlborough Zoning Board of Appeals in connection with the appeal of Santini and related proceedings. And be it further resolved, the Town Supervisor authorized to execute the engagement agreement and necessarily actions retain the counsel appeal and expenses provided therein, and moves for its adoption.
Yes.
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 Yes. I hope we could stop hiring lawyers. But that's it tonight. So, Manny, what time is it?
It's 7:31, and I make a motion to adjourn.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved.